A new basketball year is about to start, which means it is the perfect time to get you some new equipment to take your work to the next level. What's on YouTube? Welcome to another video. If your day's not going good, I hope tomorrow is better. Now subscribe, press subscribe by notification bell. Press subscribe, thank you for your loyalty. For those that may be new here and this is your first time seeing me, my name is Damon. I'm a photographer. I own the company D2B Productions, and I've been doing photography and videography for, going on 5 years. 2025 will be my 5th year. Jesus Christ. Ooh, I'm getting old. Every basketball season, ever since 2 seasons ago or whatever the case may be, I try to make a habit to give you guys some tutorials leading up to the basketball season on photography and videography on ways to make your work better. So in this video, we will be talking about a budget setup to get some solid videography work. Now, when it comes to videography for any sport, the equipment you use is very important. So with that being said, I will be listing the specs that you need for all of the equipment, because I'll be talking about Sony equipment, because listen, this is a Sony channel, but I'll be talking about Sony equipment in this current video, but you can take these same exact specs and put them towards any type of camera brand and you'll get the same exact results. The camera needs to have IBS, which is in-body stabilization, which means when you are shooting handheld, you don't get that shaky look when you're recording, because that automatically, it ruins every clip. Now, just to use as a point of reference, this video has been taken handheld with me walking backwards down a hill while looking behind me consistently, and you can see a little bit of shaking, but just to show you how strong IBS is, which the strength of the IBS may vary per camera. Even iPhones have in-body stabilization, so if you come out with your professional camera and your footage looks shaky, come on man, nobody want that. Another thing you want to make sure your camera is capable of is AFC, which is autofocus continuous, making sure that it can track a subject as it is moving in and out of your current focus point. Those are the 2 most important things that you really need to look for when you are shopping for a camera in terms of its videography capabilities. When it comes to a lens, it's pretty much around the same 2 things. However, you just obviously need to focus on the focal length. The focal length that you want to focus on. Never shoot with a prime if you are shooting any type of sport, for the most part. You know what I mean? If you're shooting basketball, do not shoot with a prime, especially if you're doing videography, because things are going to be moving closer to you and further away. So you definitely want a variable zoom. However, you do want a constant f-stop. So your f-stop, make sure it is a 2.8 f-stop. That is pretty important. However, with videography, you can kind of get away with an f4 because your shutter does not need to be too high. In terms of your focal length, you kind of want to stick in the range of that 15mm to that 105mm. You don't really want to go beyond that. You can, you don't want to go any further than 105, as long as it's a variable zoom that can bring you back at least to like 20 or somewhere like that. So with those specs being said, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the exact budget setup under $1,500. So first off, we're gonna go with the camera of choice, which is gonna be the Sony a6500. Coming in at a $600 price point, this camera is actually very, very solid. Not only does this camera have IBS, it also shoots in 1080-120, which is a beautiful thing to have on a camera. When you're shooting basketball, it's not like a must, like, oh, I need it. Your camera can shoot up to 60, but that 120 is gonna make all the difference. If you are somebody who is interested in color grading your footage, this camera allows you to shoot in log. So you can go ahead and be as creative as you would like with your color grading. And like, it's not a need, but it is something that'll make your footage look very, very amazing and make people think like, you shot this on a what? A $500-$600 camera, really? You feel me? Like you'll be competing with those $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 cameras just based off of you being able to color grade some of your stuff. Now, the only thing that does suck about this camera is that it is an APS-C. It's not the end of the world. It's just the fact that it's a crop sensor, not a full frame. So if you do put on a lens, let's just say that's a 15mm, that 15 is not going to be a true 15mm. It might be a 20 or a 25 or something like that, just because it is a crop sensor. So all of your focal lengths will be cropped in. The lens of choice that I would choose would 100% be the 17-70 Tamron 2.8. The lens has its own stabilization, so you will be sitting there with stabilization in your lens and your camera, and that way your footage will look super smooth handheld to the point where you can make it look like you got a gimbal on there. Like I mentioned before, with videography, you can kind of get away with using an f4, so I will go ahead and say another solid lens will definitely be the Sony 18-105 f4. It's a pretty bulky, a little bit of a heavy lens, but it shouldn't be the end of the world, being that you're not vlogging or anything like that. You're shooting videography, so you really should be good, but it's a solid choice as well. You will be getting a little bit more range out of it, which in a lot of situations can be beneficial. So I wouldn't say you shouldn't get it. You could, 100%. I wouldn't be mad at you if you did. Both of those lenses are going to be coming in at around that $600-$700 point, pretty much new. But if you go used, you can pretty much get both of them for around that $500-$550. Just saying. Really good condition as well, it's just open box. So with the camera and the lens already out the way, we're pretty much up to, let's just say $1,200. So we have another $300 to spend, and these are where you're gonna get these accessories that just make your life easier as a videographer. Oh, I also forgot to mention, you definitely need a mic. You wanna be able to capture as much audio as possible. So the first thing that you're gonna get in terms of accessories is going to be a shotgun mic. Go ahead and get you a Rode shotgun mic. You can find one for under $100, but I would recommend the one that comes in at pretty much just at $100. I've been using it for years. I should upgrade because there's a better one, but I've had no issues with the one that I use. Now, the next thing that I'm 100% gonna recommend, that is pretty much probably on the thumbnail to this photo, maybe not. You're gonna wanna get you a cage and a couple arms. Those all together will be $100, the cage and the arms. So you're gonna wanna get you a top handle and a side arm. You can get you 2 sidearms and a top handle, that's really up to you. And last but not least, you're gonna wanna go ahead and get you a monitor. You're gonna get you this free world monitor. It is $100. And it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It shows you what your camera's seeing. That's all you need the monitor to do. That's all it will do, and it's good. Boom, solid. You go ahead and put that on the top handle that's connected to your cage or wherever it is that you would like to put it on your setup, and you have everything you need to capture some pro footage in the most convenient and professional way as a basketball videographer. Listen, that's it. The video's not gonna be long. I just want to give you guys that information. The link to everything named in this video is gonna be the top link in the description down below. If there's anything you feel as though I missed in this video, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. There's a bunch of people that clicked on this video trying to learn things. I don't know everything. If you know something that you feel as though could help, feel free to help out. Other than that, I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to drop a like to the channel. So check out the merch link in the description down below. Check out the preset link in the description down below. And most of all, check out that Discord link in the description down below. Join the community. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me stay creative. See you next time. Peace.